really fascinated me was Mary from Queen of Heaven, because I think that she is Isis and she is Inanna Ishtar. Inanna Ishtar is just the same name for, the Sumerian goddess in Akkadian or Sumerian. And I think that they are on the primordial goddess. Are you still there?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, there was this beep from my phone. I was thinking, my God, my battery died. Uh, and she is from the Egypt. I think she's like the birth goddess from in Egypt too. And when you study, like you have, you realize that the stories are the same. So you can, fit the pieces of the puzzle together. If you, Zeus is the head of the pantheon in Greece, and An is the head in Sumer, and the head in Egypt was Ra. And when you compare them together, you understand that they are all the same, and you can dig deeper what they were about. And I think that when they translated the Sumerian tablets in Oxford, the ECTL, I'm not sure what the abbreviation stands for actually, but something Oxford. And they say that Lord of Aratta is a he. But when you read the text closely, it's actually a she. It's Inanna. And when you understand that she is the primal warrior of God, we're talking the supreme God now, and she is the foremost warrior. She is the one with the cobra on her head, Isis, that spits poison on his enemies, and she destroys them all. And she is, frankly, have you heard about Velikovsky's Venus theory?
I haven't, no.
That's very, very, very interesting, because have you heard about the theory that all the goddesses are connected to the planets and celestial bodies?
Yes, I've heard that, yeah.
Yes, and she would then be Venus, and the star Sirius, and she also says that to Enlil and Enki, and that she is a star. She will not marry Dumusid, her brother, because he's a simple farmer. She's a shepherd. She's a star. She doesn't want to. And Egypt was ravaged, and a lot of, even in South America, was they were having closed eyes on the sky, because Venus was hitting Earth every 52 years and getting it on fire, and people got burned, and there was tsunamis. And so she actually, I don't know how they Velikovsky's theory is very, very interesting, and he has support for it, and it actually fits the text quite well. And there is this hymn I would like to read, if I may. Okay. A hymn to Inanna, the great-hearted mistress, the impetuous lady, proud among the Anuna gods and preeminent in all lands, the great daughter of Swen, that's the moon, exalted among the great princes, the name of the Ijiji god. I actually think the princely beard, something that could be connected to the Kumarbi, the space commander of the Ijiji gods, that actually was Lucifer, and started rioting Enlil, and actually they surrounded Iker, Giza, and wanted him dead. Well, anyway, the magnificent lady who gathers up the divine powers of heaven and earth and rivals great Anne. And Anne is, he is the greatest. She rivals the great Anne. And she's the mightiest among the great gods. She makes their verdicts final. The Anuna gods crawl before her august, word. August is very important to remember because Isis is celebrated in August when the Nile is flooding over, and it's when Sirius is rebirth on the sky, actually 1550 BC. And so August is very important because this will tie into another story later on, whose course she does not let Anne know. Course, and I correlate this to Venus because she is flinging around like a comet in the universe, and no one knows where she's gonna hit. And she didn't take an orbit until late, and she wasn't even on the star maps because she wasn't in orbit. And now she's visible for us with our naked eye, but she wasn't then. She's not in any maps. She makes their verdicts final, and she does not let Anne know where she's going to hit. He dares not proceed against her command. She changes her own action, and no one knows how it will occur. She makes perfect the great divine powers. She holds a shepherd's crook. Now, who holds a shepherd's crook? That's Jesus, and actually King Tut, and some more. And she is the magnificent, preeminent one. She is a huge shackle clamping down upon the gods of the land. Her great awesomeness covers the great mountain and levels the roads. At her loud cries, the gods of the land become scared. Her roar makes the Anuna gods tremble. Let me go through this. And she determines destinies too. And actually, she steals the Tablet of Destinies from Enlil, and she makes the destinies. And I think she is the Ansu bird that they want dead. And An means heaven, and Su means wisdom. And when you look at her pictures, you see that she has wings of a falcon. Her feet are falcon's claws, and she always has two lions beside her feet. And when you see other pictures, I think I'm going to send them to you so you can upload them or something. I don't know. You can see that she is the coiled snake in the middle, and surrounded by two lions. And the coiled snake is also actually correlated to Lucifer. When you see Lucifer's pictures, and he holds like this satanic symbol with, as above, so below. And she has, as Lucifer, horns on her head. And did you see like the pornographic picture I sent you yesterday? Well, she says to her brother Utu, Shamash, the sun god,
Yeah.
that she will be his canal. And she bends over, and he's like behind her with what. And you can actually see that they are reptiles, because in that picture they are reptiles. She has horns on her head, just like Lucifer. And it makes sense when you know that she is like a gazelle. She is the antelope goddess. I think she wants to symbolize that we are all one. Right. And that's why she's got hooves, and all sorts of. Lucifer's got all sorts of symbols, but he, whatever, and that's another aspect. They are, androgynes. So saying that it's she when they actually are hermaphrodite, which is Hermes and Aphrodite. That's it's I don't know how to. And she is the mother goddess. She is Ninlil. She is the mother goddess in Atrahasis that Matthew Lacroix talked about. And she is later called Mulitu, and they call her Bellitu there, and the mommy. And she's Enki's wife.